All right, everybody, welcome to the Cooldown Desk. We have our champions here. Whole lot of rage, taking it 5-0 over Jackpot. Nylon, how does it feel to taste the sweet, sweet victory?
Well, I told you last week that I was going to win, and I would not let Jackpot win. And here we are. That's all I have to say. Here we are.
Simple as that, huh?
Simple as that.
So which was more important, getting the championship, the prize pool, or simply just not losing to Jackpot again?
Not losing to Jackpot again.
Okay. So you're saying we should just keep the prize pool money?
Yeah, the prize pool money, it's a nice bonus, I'd say.
Okay, fair enough. So as a team for a whole lot of rage, was losing to Jackpot last week, was it really that painful? Was that something that was motivating you guys this week?
Well, it's not really. It was because I played really bad last week, and when I play really bad, it irritates me quite a lot. And you know, my mind it continuously thinks about what I could have done to win. That's why. I already knew that it was double elimination and we'd have a second chance. So even if we did lose, I wasn't too bothered. But I was bothered because of how badly I played, because it was mostly my fault.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, take a second. I want you to talk about your opponents, because Jackpot did finish second place. They have been an amazing team, and they beat you guys last week. They obviously got swept by you here, but there were some close games. So anything you want to say about Jackpot, any respects that you can pay to the second runner-up there?
I think that they did all right. They did do all right. They obviously didn't have Cure, so obviously having Legend is a bit of a, I don't want to say downgrade, but obviously it's a bit of at a disadvantage because they play Splash-O-Matic in such a different way. As I felt like the way Kyo did it really put me at a disadvantage last week, as he played more paint priority. Legend usually goes more for killing, but is more of a killing power player. So, and with Q, she went charger the first game, but I think when she realized that, okay, this is not going to work, she switched straight on to Squeezer, and the Squeezer is actually surprisingly really good. So that did surprise me. Shadowwind, solid support. It's quite hard to kill him sometimes. I won't lie, he is a very solid support. And Leafy tried her best, I guess. She tried her best. She did all right, but obviously
sounds like some vendetta there. Sounds like
she did all right. She did all right. It was
oh boy, all right, yeah.
What's the word I'm looking for?
Maybe a grudge match. Maybe we'll need to do a stream 1v1 here and have some blood back and forth there. But for right now, cool dude, I want to pass it on to you. Any questions for Nylon and WLR in this final set?
Do you feel like your performance was much different with your roster this week to the roster you had previously when you lost to Jackpot?
Oh, of course. Obviously, we had a CDS instead of a Swiffer. I really love playing with a CDS, and Jared really fit the role. Obviously, Gator was unable to play today, so Jared was able to step in last minute, which was really, really nice of him. And it's really fun to... A machine with a CDS is a really nice pairing, so it allowed me to get a lot of kills, and he assisted me a lot, so I wasn't having to do everything by myself last week. It was more just me going in there and being able to finish kills instead of having to make opportunities for myself. With Biscuit, I feel like Madness is a really, really good Nautilus player, so even if we were playing with Madness, it would have had the exact same effect, because I feel like Madness is almost... Like, Biscuit is obviously the best Naut, but Madness is very, very close to him. So either way, it wouldn't have made the difference. But because of how our comp changed and how I loved the comp we were playing with, yes, the play was very different. It helped us a lot.
Yeah. IPS, do you have any questions as well?
Right. I want to know how, because you made the tweet, right? We need an FT win member. For the match this week. How did you actually manage to get Biscuit?
Oh, Domo's mates with Biscuit, so we just asked him. It was like, "Do you want to play?" And he was like, "Sure." Simple as that.
Oh, yeah. It works
Simple as
out.
that, really. It's just having, you just know people. Just happen to be friends with them. I feel like when you are a top player, you become friends with all the top players. So
Yeah.
it was just as simple as that, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Same with Jared as well.
Yeah. That's awesome. So I'm curious to hear from you now that you guys have won, and it sounds like hopefully soon you'll get Gator back, and Josh, I believe, is coming back. So what's in the future here for WLR coming up? Are you guys on your way to the number one team here soon?
Oh, you see, we're quite far behind the top three, I'd say, which is FT Win, Starburst, and Freeze. I think we're just looking for the next new major, which we can grind towards, because we're really looking to try and beat those three teams. It's kind of what is giving us the motivation to keep moving forward. So we're just going to look out for the next major. If Tassel makes a comeback, that'd be great. We'd all love to do that. And just any type of good major where we know that all the top teams are going to be participating in it. It's going to be real fun.
Yeah. So I'm curious to hear a little more about that, because one of the things that we've talked about here before during some of the breaks or when we've done a podcast is, as a top level team, what keeps you going, what keeps you motivated? Because it seems like there isn't quite a ton of events, or at least a ton of events for a decent sized prize pool. So do you agree with that? And if so, what keeps you guys going?
What keeps me going, I think I could speak for Domo maybe, is just wanting to win, really. I just like winning. So, and obviously I've beaten pretty much every team apart from these top three teams. So that's what's driving me to keep going and to keep pushing, because I want to beat those top three teams.
Gotcha. So it's almost like you got the three headhunters, the three wanted posts that you have up on there in your bedroom.
You could say that.
I love it. That's awesome. Nylon, I want to give you a chance to shout out WLR and talk a little bit more about your teammates. Anything you want to praise them for over this Season 3 Pro League?
So I should start from the beginning. Obviously, we had Josh, incredible sniper, one of the best snipers in the West. Just the way he plays the weapon is so intricate and so unique compared to other top charger players. We had Rob, who was the brush player. He was just really good at just getting in and just distracting the opponents, and was able to get us many wins during the league. And then we had Madness. Madness is an incredible Naught player. I really, really love to see him play. And he's continuing to get more and more results and rise up the ranks, and I'm really excited to see what he does. And obviously, Jared and Biscuit, really happy that they were able to step in today and help us get the win. They're both obviously really well-known top players. They're both on the top three teams that I'm aiming to try and beat one day. And of course, Domo. What would I do without Domo? Domo is the reason that I'm able to do what I can do. He enables me to do so much in Splatoon. So I wouldn't really be much of a top player without him.
Awesome. Well, I love you shouting out your team. I've loved to see a whole lot of rage over the season and see you guys have fun, see you compete at a high level. IPS and Cool Dude, any last question before we send off Nylon that you guys want to know?
Nah, I think I'm good.
Yeah, I don't really have anything.
Are you sure?
Cool. Well,
Yeah, I'm sure.
We appreciate. Well, okay, fine. One more question. Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Okay, good.
Yes.
I was gonna say if you said cats, you wouldn't be allowed back for Season 4, but you answered correctly here. So good job.
Oh, I'm lucky.
All right. Well, Nylon, thanks again. Congrats to WLR on the win, the prize pool, and you guys have had an amazing season. We hope that as we create a different format for Season 4, we can have you and some other teams back at this high level, because it's always fun, always great to see some of the top Splatoon play, and a whole lot of rage right now definitely seems to be bringing it. So congrats to you guys. Any last thing you want to say to the fans before we close out the stream, Nylon?
Oh yeah, follow me on Twitter at Nylon Xylophone.
Follow me on Twitter. All right, sounds good. I don't want to. I don't know what we're expecting when I come to you guys' Twitters here, so I'll leave that to you, and good luck on Twitter. So thanks again, Nylon, and thanks to everyone who supported Season 3. We still have 2 more weeks of Amateur League. We have playoffs in just 2 weeks, so top 4 teams will be facing off for 30% of the prize pool as well. It's going to be pretty hype, so make sure you tune in for some action these next 2 Fridays. We're going to pass you guys off in a raid, so if you want to join in and just say hi, hello, shout out the little WTP raid, whatever you want to do. We'll see you guys on Friday, and for other teams interested in, make sure to join our Discord for more announcements or follow us on Twitter, and we'll keep you guys updated as we get announcements out for Season 4. This has been it for Season 3 Splatoon League. Whole Lotta Rage taking down everyone and winning the championship. So thank you guys for tuning in today and catching the action. We'll see you over at the raid. Peace out, everybody.